What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujem, from Kono to Freetown, and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kedima and from Kailan to Putloko. The people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
When you listen to people who want to rule a country without clear understanding of how the country's economy works, what the sectors are important for the economy, what policies are necessary to improve on the economy.
Because you're not going to know where they're outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you manifesto things that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle them problems then.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule.
I don't wanna hat too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I'ma fall down on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, I thank you for rain, I thank you for joy, I thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah. Yes, this now the wonderful one where I photocopy them 2 days there. So from one young man. That man is very much talented. Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day inside the program where we call Cool. Yes, my name is Sembepie, the freedom fighter. Of course, we don't come for look at the different newspaper them where come out for today. We're not the last working day inside the week. So we want to say good morning. And at the same time, we want to say happy weekend. Yes, happy weekend, because most people them today, now the time where they can say, okay, I need to get a wonderful weekend, I need to enjoy myself and all of the sorts. So we want to say good morning and thank God, because this is a beautiful day. Yeah. I don't wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I'ma fall down on my face. Yes. So when you deal with people in life, you get for no say tomorrow get for come when it will actually be a bad day. Remember how some people they laugh today, some they cry today. Some people then they smile, but the other one them they in a serious pain. So we get for actually remember say when you day up, you get for calm down one day, and when you calm down, now they want them where you been done left, now them back you they can meet. So you have to be very much careful how you they deal with people them. That's why are they in this particular, are they in for this particular song? I don't wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I'ma fall down on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, I thank you for rain, I thank you for joy, and I thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day, Yes, so let me know how we treat we company them. Oh, you not politician? Why you not treat you people them well? You dey forget say if you dey usa you dey so today. Now them people them they were not beggars. Them people them they when na vulnerable people them. Now they make you who that you be. You're not just able to get the power for say now only the classes them now they go make you be who you be, or now only you party them, or other now you tribesmen, or other to that come from the same region. Now him now the only people where go make you do who you be. Never. Now them people them they where you dey treat today, where you dey ignore today. I see most of una the politicians are so turn. Where una need people them vote them. Now the term even if na leprosy man, very sorry, not take offense if you fall that category. You meet in the eat. Now in slum community, you do actually go duck your hand now in food and eat. You know they look for status, you know they look for nothing, not even in condition. But the minute and again waiting very important for Muna. Una number them. Everybody they get una number and everybody in call una they pick. But that minute when una get power, if you not change una number, that na ADC, na the 10 the party busy. It not sabi nobody again. Pass who that they all day na the same level and class, na sabi. But as election can check, one begin go back to them. Too bad, too sad. But you the people, you where the votes, you when are the average people where they can classify as grassroots, you have to be very wise. You get for know what you do this time around. Not a last minute politician they can't tell you how they do this, or it could begin put things them in place. Where 4 years, 8 or 4 years, 5 or 6 months, it don't ignore you. All what he promised, he not the do. Just the last minute he begin to run for do. He count money, he count rent, he count pega, he count all kind of things for you. And that time you sabi am, and that time they sabi you. And that time they all day na the same class, and that time they all na Sierra Leoneans. And that time I'm a politician, and that time I'm a godfather. Too bad, too sad for you. Where they in that kind of mentality, that vulture mentality. Vulture. Now you know the ever go find your own fresh food. Always they want leftover or thing we don't they out of order. Whereas we need for be that kind of eagle-minded, eagle mentality now we need for focus on. Where we need for go and fend we own for ourselves, not abo pa nobody. Because you abo pa politician for come and give you small money and then you vote for them, now you make them treat we how they want. But if we begin for stand up to we say, it could be very nice for we. Anyway, I just decide for do this kind of short intro for you, for let you know say this particular song what I wake with, very powerful. Listen them again. I don't wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I'ma fall down on my face. You know what I mean, eh? You will feel say you get strength, you get power, you get everything. You know, I listen to the former, caretaker, then there's they tell me say power not to everything. Him be get power yesterday. They command, they do everything, but today no get power. That one is very powerful. But again, let me thank God. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. So it no matter waiting at the situation. Lord, just thank God and no say we brain. In as much as we thank God, we not for take we brain, we put under we foot to mass am. Or we own pride. We not for take am. We sell am for cocoa ebe. Lord, I thank you for joy. I thank you for pain. We do go through all sorts of things then. But that for make we more stronger than ever. It's a beautiful day, yeah. Right now, me and you they say beautiful day, but some people they cry. But still, even when you they cry, even when you they smile, let's just not say no more like a beautiful day, as long as we don't see them. So, we dey go straight to the different paper them inside the program this morning before we allow a guest them to come inside, for that we can talk about the different issues them inside the program. So, I will start with this first one. This one where I first get na the screen, na the African 24 newspaper where get this banner headline say 5 months to election, President Bio, where is the bakery? And then you get this other one where say over 18.1 billion leones COVID-19 money, and new finance minister holds explanation. VIP supply police with quality rest. This and more story for you inside the Africa 24. The next one now the public review. We say APC lower level election January 14th, 15th, 17th, and 19th. An update for you. Yeah. So and then you get Church of Latter Days Saints official checkmate journalist. And you get Orange CEO visit Orange Bow Data Center. EcoBank ends first draw of Save and Win promo. Aspiring MP for constituency 124. Donate to Susan's Bay fire victims. This another story for you inside the Public Review newspaper. And the other one, now the Forum newspaper. We say Gentle Group accused of environmental damage. APC gives Samura Cherikoko a try. VIP supply police with quality rice. AfriMoney extend free Lelemu offer. And Maria Yeni plans to help women make a big difference if elected APC USA Women's Leader. This another story for you inside the Forum newspaper. And the next one for this morning, now the Nature newspaper. We say Susan's Bay community accuses EDSA, PPRC to engage political parties, indiscriminate timber logging in Koinadugu district, the impact of artisanal mining on a livelihood and a pathogen to the environment. This another story for you inside the Nature newspaper for this morning. And the next one for this morning, now the Heroes Media. We say Lelemu special promo continues till February end. Pega Gin Saket found in Sierra Leone breweries sealed more time premier beer. Sierra Mine Bauxite Sierra Leone Limited leaves 500 employees unpaid. Aspiring MP for constituency 1 to 4 donate to Susan's Bay fire victim. 21st century taboos slowly affecting us. This another story for you inside the Heroes Media. And the next one for this morning, that the Voice of Salone. We say audit report exposes agriculture ministry. Tariff review eminent. Koinadugu raises concerns over abandoned cemetery in Bilmaya. And you get Omegoli launches agriculture project in hometown. Afri Money launches Lelemu Special. Rokel Commercial Bank MDs assure customers. This and other story for you inside the Voice of Salone newspaper. The next one, now the Calabash newspaper. We say Triton Hospital to offer free pediatric surgical camp and plastic surgery. Fisheries Ministry to cough up over 1.3 billion registration and licensing fees. Guild of Newspaper Editors awards Mercury International for outstanding support. Mobile tariff normalization will not affect the masses. You get with Lelemu Special Extension, AfriMoney customers enjoy free spending and receiving money. NP Sierra Leone remains a reliable and dependable development partner. Orange Sierra Leone hosts its first ever customer data management seminar. This another story for you inside the Calabash newspaper. And the next one, now the Camboy Times newspaper. New Chinese ambassador pays courtesy call on the Speaker of Parliament. Not allowing sleeping dogs to lie. SLRSA challenges the police. Peje West Chiefdom sets for a new police station, IGP endorses. And the next paper for this morning, now the AZ newspaper, we say Lagunda shooting. Police have no case against Norwegian Turkish mining investor. You get Uncle Sankara platform. Government dignitaries give up to Kutan Road Market women. Ambassador Alimami Bangura addresses foreign diplomats. 2023-2024 World Bank fears global recession. Poorest countries to be hardest hit. London JC poisoned, suspect in hiding. Speaker Bundu outraged by reckless bike riding within CBD. This and other story for you inside the AZ newspaper. And the next one for this morning, now the Independent Observer newspaper. We say massive financial fraud. Syndicate exposed. Parliament amends 1965 Court Act. Rising inflation to over 43% will hit the poor hardest, says Sierra Leone Monetary Policy Committee. And the next paper for this morning, now the Awuku newspaper. We say, making a mark, convention has been a blessing. Bishop Abukuma. Sierra Leone Grammar School shows loyalty to Peking business with annual donation. Ex-Ruf commander Gibril Massaquoi in Finland court gain. Court to deliver judgment on mayor's alleged disorderly behavior case today, and ban task parliament to take adequate action on Auditor General's report. You get increased lawlessness. Speaker calls on police warding to enforce traffic laws on commercial bike riders. This is another story for you inside the Awuko newspaper. And the last and final paper for this morning, now the Concord Times newspaper. We say, as 2023 hit up, Chief Tunkla promises 50% cabinet positions for women. And 2021 audit report, ban raises concern over growing cash losses. Bike riders are causing tremendous havoc and danger to the public. Police has no case against Norwegian Turkish mining investor at the Forseka the Laguna shooting. And then you get AfriMoney launches Lelemu special. This and other stories and there for you inside the Awuko newspaper for this morning. And just a quick update, one for tell you say this Sunday, 15 January, you go get at 7 p.m. Salon time, live interview with Adebayo, where they get 3 media houses that will come together, Sarah Jem, and Egerton Shaba and we own platform we are. So 7 p.m. Salon time, join we and let we get this kind of discussion. Well, now the update and this so far where we get inside the program for you this morning. In the meantime, we'll come back just now, let we arrange the guest them for come inside the program. This type program could rest.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kedima and from Kailan to Putloko, the people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
When you listen to people who want to rule a country without clear understanding of how the country's economy works, what the sectors are important for the economy, what policies are necessary to improve on the economy.
Because you're not going to know where they outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you manifesto things that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle them problems then.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba.
All right, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, that's a very important message where we need not to forget as now being the manifesto nightstand the way they do a debate, presidential debate with all the one them we been get intention for become president inside the Republic of Sierra Leone. And of course, we see after the election, President Julius Marabio by then, then declare as the winner of that particular election day. So it's necessary for we actually remember waiting, then be done the promise or waiting and be done the talk. Well, like always, we own big one inside the program. We Theophilus Bender. We actually don't join me inside the program for we talk about different things them we they come inside the different newspaper them for this morning. Of course, Theophilus now one big man at the media and a civil rights activist as well. We they coordinate plenty radio station them all over the country and same way so don't they stand up for the voice of the people with regards in paper and pen, with regards in mic and mouth, all over, they don't do this work for plenty years, and the term self way I always they tell Una this, I get serious respect for them because if we self they do some of them fearless job they are so now because of the kind step way some of them don't take and the way out they're not the bend at all. From waiting we don't observe so far. So one more time, Mr. Theophilus, I want to say good morning and welcome. And first of all, Happy New Year.
Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Say happy New Year to you, your producer Elias and all your fans them all over the world. I say best wishes of the new year.
All right, so let me go now. We begin with the first paper where we last review inside the program this morning. We now the Awoko newspaper. Awoko newspaper get something happened yesterday in the parliament. We get to do with the bike riders them as the speaker been vexed yesterday say the bike riders then are the create problem now the central business districts to the public. So what do you think about the havoc and the role way the bike then they play inside the Freetown and other parts of the country?
All right. Well, thank you very much. The background issue now a very controversial or contentious issue. We can say now the necessary evil. The necessary evil is that we it's a very, very difficult. Even trust them. When after the Okada riders there, that's have rely heavily on Okada movements because they then get shot and all the other things. So that's they rely on the sub and where the so what I say.
All right, so I think we get some problem with regards to the line. Actually the scramble, the line they break continuously. We're not able to forget the actual sentences them. And I know so you make a very important rule because if you don't begin to talk about the necessary evil, that means then they play two role. But I don't know, let me get another attempt and see if the voice can be okay. Okay, I think that's the same. How many minutes you get for each? Just give me your and last see.
Let's say 10.
10. Okay, I think I don't hear you now. Then declare. Let's try again and see.
Okay.
Yes, continue.
So let me go ahead.
Yes, please, go ahead.
All right. So what I say is that the Okada riders them now what we call necessary evil. Because for many people, civil servants, security force workers, you name them, even medical officers, they rely very heavily on Okada movements, whether in the provinces or in the city. But in the city especially, because you got a huge deficit in commercial transportation. And for many people, the only way they can make them quick to the office, not through Okada, they get to avoid the traffic, they get to avoid the congested roads, they get to avoid so many inconveniences. So for many people, even though the Okada expensive, but they prefer them because it takes them to the places easily. And I better say, the Okada riders them, most of the one where they venture into the commercial, into the CBD, where they call commercial business center. When they say Okada riders they never go at all. And they even demarcate certain streets like Kisi Road, other roads there, they say Okada riders they never go there because when Okada riders go there, it also increase in the congestion of the traffic. So most of the Okada riders there, in fact, maybe they operate in the eastern parts, them they use their mountain courts, they go right up the hills, this and that. But now they don't make that road, that hillside bypass road. So now the Okada riders are now they get a smooth ride, whether they go through smoothly, no difficulty. But it says that Okada riders they play a very, very essential role. What we need for do now for educate them so they can become more responsible in the work what they do. You talk about Okada riders, now one of the biggest form of youth employment right now. You get thousands and thousands of youths them where Okada riding don't employ. You will get thousands of youths where they migrate from other countries, especially Guinea. You get most of them Okada riders, the keke riders where they see so well. Now Guinea they come out. They kind of salon for can find greener pasture through Okada and keke riding. So therefore, it's a very big sector in itself. The only thing government will do now is to harness that sector and make sure say they become very, very professional. Of course, the Okada riders, then they get a union. But the union, they got absolute control over the membership because there are thousands in numbers. And if I tell you, even the Okada union, they are making big money because every day, when they're back there, they run so. Each back they pay, I think, 2,000 loans every day, bro. So if you calculate how much the Okada union they get alone, there are millions and millions of loans.
And then 2,000 loans, and then by force you for pay them, or then seize you by.
Force. So what are they say, sir? What are they say? Them money and they. Government for make sure say they institutionalize Okada riding, so the union and they say fall under anti-corruption. Because, for instance, if they say that money where they pay on a daily basis, it will go into private pockets. Then it is wrong. Because you get Boku Okada riders they were in a jail because they're not able to pay the fine. They're not able to pay the fine. So like that union there, that money they collect from there, they for make sure say, any Okada man get problem. They're going to court for go pull on there. If not fine Okada man get, they for pay the fine. And the money the money where they get on a daily basis, they for use them for sales of the Okada man there na street, na school, na university. Because most of the boys they were into Okada riding, they get a was, but they don't get money to go college. But you're talking about millions and millions of euros on a daily basis.
Let we say they not fall within that mandate for send people go school. But waiting very much important, most of them bike riders, they are not even know road signs. They don't even know how important road safety tally. So if they even the care and go for let them go do road safety, causes them for them, then they again go good. But again,
that's good enough.
Let get you small bit, not to just the bike riders then. We find out say the drivers union there as well. They make a lot of money, but one way out they skip. Anti-corruption now for let them link to the government of the day where they always protect them. Not for let them not get if they even get corruption case, you go hear them say they don't dismiss them. Like for example, I don't know how I named the president for the drivers union. Don't go on a court several times with anti-corruption, but they're not defend and guilty at all.
Yes.
And I find out say this same man they na the transport with the transport ministry then committee then linked to the government strong way they make they always they escape then case they
exactly. You're right. And I was surprised that he is still there because I think so it even did it beyond the time frame where the young constitution allow. Because remember it's over 8 on 10 years now where he did it as president.
Correct.
And it should not be like that. It should not be like that. One man should not monopolize a whole union and then you take advantage of political connection.
And if I can remember, now this same kind way, he fight against the last president wey been there at the union because of this same way for pull am, and now he don't come, he don't do the same thing. Wetin na this problem? When somebody dey in opposition, for example, in all the problem, but wey can they instead do the same thing? That again, not the drivers union again, they self na victim in that.
I know, you're right. That's why they make big money on a daily basis. On a daily basis, they make big money. And of course, they get a very great role, even when it comes to, even when it comes to public opinion. Yes, public opinion. They count on the drivers' union because they're a very big sector where they control thousands of people, directly and indirectly, right? Because you get all the drivers that were associated as street bar, whether they drive commercial drive, whether the commercial driving they do, whether they drive for NGO, whether they drive for government, they're all supposed to get unions there where they protect
the interest them. Anyway, the program where you watch right now, ANALYSE, on we had on YouTube and on Facebook. We get Theophilus Benda. We actually, day with we. Theophilus Sa Benda. We actually day with we.
So what I say?
Yes, please go ahead.
So all the drivers in there, they got families them. What do they take care of? So each driver, sometimes they get 5-6 person behind them. So then I can say the drivers union, they cater for people left directly and indirectly. Indirectly, now the drivers they were in the union, where they benefit their families them as breadwinners. So that they say all the sectors there should be institutionalized so the members them. Because at the end of the day, if those unions are not institutionalized, somebody could drive for 10, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, and not get nothing for show. You don't get no benefits.
And one interesting thing, we find out say most time the drivers them they go to jail for minor crimes them, and the union not to stand up for them at all.
Yeah, that is it. So where is the money going? Where is the money going? Where is the money?
Because I feel say the union and they support for the sick, the interest, the welfare of the membership.
Yeah.
But if every day you gonna court minor cases them, nine drivers then they go for minor traffic offense them, then they go down Aparemba Road. Then the question is, waiting the union they do, the money not for waiting.
And most of the money, most of them they get license, they get license, but the traffic officers they find all kind of faults. They say, oh, well, this traffic light doesn't work fine, or this doesn't work. And when you as driver, you're gonna cut. Whether you get license or not, you're already guilty. I don't ever see any driver you're gonna cut in winning case. As you're gonna cut, you're already guilty. So that's the situation. So the union them will be strong enough for taking care of the membership. They will take care of the membership. That is why they are making those monies, not for enrich individuals. But what they see is that those monies, whether Okada riding or motor riding, they go towards enriching individuals that are in the core, in the caucus. And enough will be like that. If I benefit the drivers them directly or indirectly, the drivers therefore even get loan. They forget a loan for buying their own transport motor car them, because not to alter you want for the work for somebody as driver. Yes, not to all time. You for taking your loan. You go buy your own poda. You sit down behind them. It's a 6 months by don't pull them on you day. Then the poda become your own. Therefore, even for do that today, but it takes leadership. It takes the transport sector, the transport ministry, for make sure say they not politicize the operation and just deal with the figurehead. They should care for the membership, the drivers. They should care for the Okada riders. Okada riders, most of them, most of them. Now people they want to Okada rider them, now they buy Okada, they give them. The union for him forgive a loan. Go buy your Okada, run them, pay, and then the Okada become your own. They will do that. And then they never make any past interest. They will make a 5% interest. Say if we give you 20 million euros, you pay 5% interest. It never be 20% or 25%. As we say, that's what they be in many cases. When somebody get money, and they go buy that 20 keke, it go now. Right? It's on a run now. So if you go buy 50,000, and they say when I pay 150,000. So in profit was 100,000. So by the time the money pull money there, the keke don't go, into another state. So they should care about the people who are riding Okada, who are riding keke. They can be responsible citizens. They can be responsible citizens, and they should be looked after.
All right. The program that corrects on YouTube and on Facebook.
But then one other point I want to make, bruh. If you go to the police station, bruh, it's like say the police stations they don't become manufacturing industries of Okada and keke. Well, you go see Okada in the park in the police station, tell the rotting. Then they're in a police station. You say most policemen now you see the past the street bar, they get Okada. Where are they getting those Okadas? You see, some man they sees Okada na kono, it a move a kind of freedom. Yes. Some man they sees keke na Okada na poloko, it a go to na kailang. How you go trace them? There's no way you can trace it. You see? So most of the bikes where they're in a police station, but they're not for day. What are they doing there? They should give it to the boys to find money.
All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let's look at this other paper. We're at the Aoko newspaper. Aoko newspaper gets, this particular story we are actually getting interested on. It's a ex-RUF commander, Gibril Massaquoi, in Finland caught again. Of course, we will see this, let me first of all go to because of, the case, the hand we been get with the RUF as RUF commander, the Salon issue. Then we see, how they call them, people, they come and can't testify against them from Liberia as well. So now then the thing say them for try and back na Finland. After that, then they move on to Liberia before it come now na Salon. What do you think about this thing? This particular case?
Okay. Well, based on the information we get, he has been tried for offenses committed in Liberia, not in Sierra Leone.
Yes, the RUF
in Liberia, because mind you, yes. Well, as far as we know, not to RUF involvement in the Liberia war.
Okay, in your own personal
this
self.
Is in your personal self. Before he came to RUF, he was a fighter in Liberia.
Okay.
And one of the guys that were come to Salon as foreign fighters.
Okay, the one the way they say you need
you
need more soda.
Yes, exactly. So now atrocities committed in Liberia, now in that they try for. You know what I say? The Special Court of Sierra Leone, they try certain people that say they are the greatest responsibility. And Gibril Massaquoi, that one of the people that they use as witness for can testify against the area of people and they. He was one of those used as witness. Yes, it's on. So, and of course, from what we know, if he don't appear in a court, he was acquitted and discharged.
Yes, please.
Yes.
But in Finland,
and then
the district court.
Yes. And then they don't cut him back and say, no, that verdict today is not proper. So we only have to wait and see what becomes the outcome of this particular matter.
This time around,
but as far as we know,
I request for that again. I they make case against.
Yeah, exactly. The appeals court. But for me, what I say, sir, the one at Salon, all the factions that committed atrocities, including ECOMOG. So we still go brothers them where they find guilty of war crimes na Salon, then they serve prison terms na Rwanda. They have been forgotten about. General Issa Sise, Santigi Kamara, where they call 55, and this other guy where they call Bazi Kamara, Maurice Calon, they are in prison languishing. And these are guys who are not supposed to be behind bars. For example, General Issa Sise, mind you, the RUF was never defeated. The RUF was never defeated. That then decide, General Issa Sise, and decide, say, let us give peace a chance. They lay the guns then down. And by the time the RUF, they disarm, they got more than half of the country under the control. More than half of the country, they're under the control. They got all kind of ammunition, they got 40 barrels, no military for beat them down. You know the amount of ECOMOG soldiers were there in Salon. No military for beat RUF. That man, they look clean, they say, let us give peace a chance. Then they hold them, they go lock them in jail. It is bad. me, I don't apologize on the behalf. Say, if I mind you, they have been in jail for over 20 years. Even if the policemen were, and those guys are all victims of the war. They were conscripted into the war. The war was never their making, and they have lost people them inside the war. So if we talk about reconciliation, those guys, we forgive them. When they come back to salon and can be useful citizens, then they continue for language in jail. That is my appeal I will make on behalf of those guys in Rwanda.
Yeah, because
we
see this BNTM outside NSSF make video, actually
exactly.
Yeah, actually
they apologize.
For appeal, for big people. Yeah, at one point, they try for each one to try for each one back, but we not be able to forget them. We lost contact with them because they look forward for we actually talk to them. But I don't know why we actually lost contact with them because they try for each one to we.
Please, Lord, talk about that after this session, so I will link you up with them.
Okay, not a problem.
Sorry, I can do that.
All right, so let me take the next story. They say ban the task parliament for let it take adequate action on the Auditor General's reports. This Auditor General report, you don't watch them properly.
It's it's a shame. It's a shame because when Madam Bio come, one of the main things the way is saying, they can block all the loopholes. And they block all the loopholes, but those loopholes have become drainages. They have become massive drainages, and it is a shame. But billions and billions of lions unaccounted for. So for me, even when they pull the Auditor General, this last audit report, it don't exonerate them for say all the reports that were be the key, they were non-biased. They were on point, they were factual, they were sincere. Because nothing has changed. In fact, the audit reports them, but they go worse on a yearly basis. So, and I don't wonder what in the 2022 audit report can for be. It go fearful past the 2021 audit report. But you see, so it's a shame. It's a shame. Even the foreign embassies, billions and billions of lions or millions of dollars, they're not able to account for them in a day.
And our money way for them going to the consolidated fund.
Where is the money going? Where is the money going? Is it the problem, bro? Where is the money going? You see? So for me, it's a shame. We are talking about a new direction where say that they can block all the loopholes. They even open single treasury. Now, ministries, agencies, departments are not able to account for monies entrusted to them. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Okay, but,
I am disappointed.
As we talk about the audit reports, the independent observer get a story where and carry we're very much important again for let we watch a quick one. They say independent observer say rise in inflation to over 43% will hit the poor hardest, says Sierra Leone Monetary Policy Committee. This issue of inflation, you don't see yourself every day.
Yeah, you want to say that again, please?
I said the issue of inflation, they see us every day. The government not actually able to put, fiscal discipline and able to put monitoring policy in place, for able to take control. Rather, me every day I see the government will bank on external factors them for things the way they happen inside the country, like COVID. Yeah, we know say things are hard everywhere, but people in the try for put things them in place. Even the junta regime now Guinea 72, they do things them, put things them in place where they even make, for example, apart from the fact that the inflation they go up. Even we see because of we the depreciate every day now another big time problem that one day. But this now the poor people, according to this paper, the poor people them now they get for be heated, the hardest part of this particular thing.
Yes. So it is a shame on a part of the lack of effective governance. What affect this country since independence. Government in, government out. Lack of effective governance. Lack of effective fiscal policies. Recently, the president sacked the finance minister. And then a take in deputy, a make a minister of finance. What difference would that make? And then he left out the bank governor. The bank governor is still holding on to his office, even though the bank governor don't prove to be one of the most ineffective bank governors ever. Because even right now as alone, we are using two currencies. For the first time in the history of the country, we are using two currencies, the old leons versus the new leons. If the new leons now, it compete with the old leons. When you go to a bank, for go pull money, and the old leons that they give you. Can you imagine? You know? So it is all this now way for say with fiscal financial policies, they don't ever be the best. Where you can imagine say never be. Because the president, they put them in position by way of favor, not by way of merit. Put people there, they're not necessarily going to be SLPP. Go and look for technocrats, for people who are not necessarily politicians. Come and give them those positions so they deliver. But most of them are just mere sycophants. They don't even know their job. They are so political that they forget to say they are serving Sierra Leone and not President Bio or the government of President Bio. Well, you're not a finance minister. You are not the finance minister for SLPP or President Bio. Now for Sierra Leone. So your fiscal policies, they will be in the very best interests of the country. But what we see, sir, is that with fiscal policies are always on the low side. So therefore, they're not able to solve the economic decline. We're responsible for also this right now. The inflation, well, it is blamable on the fact that Sierra Leone is not exporting much. And we take more of foreign exchange. And we allow foreigners there when they do business here for repatriate, even the dollar, they repatriate it out of the country without going through the banking system. It should go through the banking system so that, but now, the inflation is so serious. It's so serious that, you can't compare it to Liberia or Guinea. As you say, the Guinea, they get a military posse. Whenever they hold any public office apart from being a military man, but he's doing far better than what we are doing here. So for me, it's a shame that even for maintain with economic base, we cannot, because we are wasting away so much through extravagance. We are wasting away so much, and we still rely on heavy donor intervention. Because most of the development when they take place right now in the country, majority of them now donor intervention. Donor intervention. So let's say the donors were not there, it would have been a very bad situation for us as a nation. You see the point? So that is what I would say.
Sorry, still on this issue, you just make mention of the Deputy Minister of Finance. We're now the Minister of Finance. For example, this paper, they tell we say, over 18.1 billion loans, COVID-19 money. New finance minister owes explanation. Of course, this now one of the possibilities we don't see. The time when in have been deputy minister and in a deputy director for the COVID or coordinator, it come out plain one say it take two salary. One from the Ministry of Finance, one from NACOVAC. And in fact, the salary maybe they get from NACOVAC even pass in salary maybe they get as deputy finance minister. But this same person with that kind of money they will then put over in aid, then still make a minister of finance. You think say better go commodate? Because that's why we begin analyze the minister where they sack so. For example, it come out local government, the second day, it come out as inside the office of the president, the second day, it go back as suicide. Then just the sack, and this is like the 4th time. This one green government in 4 years don't sack him. 4th time. So this government always they recycle bad eggs. You think say better will come out from this, or he not been get anyway for exhibit in talent as minister, but now the better chance for able for succeed.
You see, President Bio not to care about the results. He care more about pleasing his own ego as president, because he has the power to hire and fire, right? He can take anybody. I mean, you know, this person, as far as me know, he lacks what it takes to make any difference at that ministry. He lacks what it takes. One, he has so many questions hanging over his head. That kind of person there, I will not make him deputy minister.
But
I will not make him
say President Biono actually care about, you know, how people are waiting and waiting to make
the results. He don't care about the results.
Yes, look at this thing. This same minister where Saxo. Before he appoint him, COVID, COI, be not indict and they find guilty. And just before they make a minister, in fact, the day, like they throw the case today, they say that he's not guilty in appeal we make. The next day, they get a minister of finance.
Okay. So that's President Bill for you. I mean, you know, so for me, it protects people when I get integrity. He don't care about that. He don't even care about that. He will give them their protection because he need them around them. He will give them all protection necessary. Even if I put the law say by, they put the law for just protect those people.
And I'll tell you, I give you what do you mean know a background about this particular post with Saxo. This will be one of the main financier them for in campaign. They tell you their position. And now the strong people in this way been they being them. So like payback time, you know, a very common with regards to political leaders then.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, President Bio came in as president almost a poor man. You know, having not worked for over almost years. I mean, you know, you got many people that were invest. I mean, most people like you say is one of the most lucky guys. Where you know put if you calculate the amount of money they spent in campaign, check if he spend reach 10% of that money did. But he is the biggest beneficiary. So most of the guys that are already around us so now payback time. Now payback time. Now reward it, they reward them. Most of them he cannot touch. He cannot touch them. He can only recycle them. He cannot touch them. You see the point? And these are people them who not to care about whether Madam Bio succeed or he not succeed. They don't care about that. What do they care about? Now for the SLPP stay in power with Madam Bio as the president, and they know they have the space. Whether Salon better or not, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. For them, it's not about Sierra Leone. It's about President Bio. And they are using President Bio as the front man, whilst they are benefiting at the edge. That is why even the anti-corruption, certain people in there, he can never touch them. Never. He can never. We will see what he about the chief minister then, when I'm a minister of foreign affairs, when we colleague Salty come up with an investigative piece on him. You see how they turn the whole thing. They turn him because the chief minister involved. You see, it never be so. If you say corruption fight like crusade, there should be no sacred cow. There should be no sacred cow. That I make this election financing, now see where we will look at critically, because people are investing into it. Because you never say, what is my win? I am made minister. I can do anything. I make many ministries, them, bro. The minister and deputy, they don't talk, sir. They don't talk. Many ministries, them, bro. I know of ministries there. I know tonight starts. The minister and deputy, they don't see for yai. Yes. You see? So at the end of the day, the result of the stewardship is not felt. So now we got what we call performance indicator, where they rate the ministries, agencies, and departments. That ought to be the reason why they established the office of the chief minister. They rate the performances of the ministers, of the ministries. But now, the fellow say most of the ministries, it's difficult for evaluate the effectiveness because,
you know,
for
the
instance,
last year when they do a lot of complaint, a lot of outcry from the public. Say, how comes they will go give finance ministry, one of the best ministry, then give, you know, plenty people be just the other around. It's
so
like
that's the point.
not based on a performance they award them, but based on
That nonsense.
Yeah.
That complete nonsense. It don't make sense. So enough of that the minister, the office of the chief minister, it will be a separate entity. Because the chief minister, if you put out anything, they look at the political side of it. They look at the political side of it. So therefore, it will always protect the interests of the government. So for me, it really makes, because most of the ministers, they are also very much staffed. Most of the ministries, them budgetary allocation, they don't ever receive it in full. You get some ministries, they will say from January, will not receive nothing. Some ministries from January, nothing April, May, now they receive small thing. But that the salaries they run, it's not about the salaries. It's about ensuring that those ministries, they are effective enough in delivering service to the public. You see? But if they are staffed financially, well, most of the entities there, Human Rights Commission, even that Civic Education Commission, they said, they are staffed financially. They are staffed. They are not able to roll out their mandates effectively.
So this is not a problem. But now you see, even as recent as now, they don't even set up another commission of consumer or something like that. And how them they actually they work? You did set up, but you're not able to give them money. You did pay their salary for nothing. They're not actually work for deliver for the people.
Exactly. You remember when Barack Obama came to Ghana, he sent out a message to African leaders. He said, Africa does not need strong men. It needs strong institutions. And the only way institutions can be strong, now when they get full capacity to operate. If they don't have the full capacity, then they cannot operate as strong institutions. Anti-corruption is supposed to be a strong institution. Is it strong? It is not, even though it has the potential to be a strong institution. But because the appointee there is a political appointee, he also the Abab say, if Madam Bio win back, they go maintain and they as anti-corruption boss, he has to maintain himself. He has to maintain himself. He has to behave. You see, he has to play to the tune. So Africa needs strong institutions, not strong men like Marabio. No, Marabio is a strong guy. They say, oh, the Palo Toko, the Palo asks for this. So no, we don't need that. We need effective system. We need strong system. We need effective and strong institutions. Okay. Otherwise, you can create all institutions. It will only amount to creating jobs for the boys. It will not be in the best interest of the country. And if you are creating institutions, is to ensure that governance work effectively, not to only please the boys and girls. No, that's the service of the nation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day,
yes, done.
Yes, go on. No, at the end of the day, you are giving them money, first of all, for go into the coffer, for go towards development. But you are giving it out to people them where the relevance to nation building is zero. It's zero. It's not right. It's the service. We call it the service to the nation. The service to the nation.
All right. We actually don't come to the end of the program, but look this paper again. African 24 say, I don't know if this worth discussing. It say 5 months to elections. President Bio, where is the bakery? It worth discussing?
Well, you see, again, President Bio back now, one back. You know, he go fiscal, he go to Guinea, he go to one bakery. We all see where he hold the bread up, he even bet the bread up, he even bet the bread. Now, he can't the problem. He came with the people to salon. They call a press conference, they make all kind of noise. Say they come up in wonderful bakery. The bakery is not there. Not only the bakery, many other things there, bro. Many other things there. It's all
at one time they go showing foundation, say they don't begin the foundation for the bakery.
Well, it's not about the foundation. For me, bakery bar, complex, so not complex, but like that make a big lumber, you make the oven, this and that. This can be done within 3 months. 3 months it can be done. It can be done within 3 months. What are they waiting for? You see?
So what do you feel saying that the problem where most times they talk about, and most times like the last time when you go to Dubai, you even tell the Sierra Leoneans them say they don't get company from Dubai where they go next month na salon for go begin yes projects, but up to now we not see something like that.
Well, now the thing is, but remember back where this is just one where you know work. Months back, President Bio go outside. I think he meet with this guy Akon. Is it Akon?
Yes, for the light. Akon, yes.
Say you can do street lights.
Yes.
You can do street lights. They make all kind of noise, all kind of media broadcast. At the end of the day, we are yet to see those street lights. So don't just come and tell us a blues. We want to see the results. Like I say, President Bio not to care about the results. And for we the people of Sierra Leone, what we want to see is the results. And the results we want to see. Not on the talk.
So how come results not there? Because as far as we concerned, President Bio don't do everything where he promised we. In fact, a bonus he give right now. According to
what he say. That's what he say. He said as far as he's concerned, he has done all the things that raise the nation. Can you imagine that? It's an insult to the nation. That's an insult to the nation. It's an insult. Yes. So I say, I don't do all the things I have to do. I didn't imagine that. It's an insult.
Please, I ask you one last question. You know, this one basically now with regards external debt. I remember the time where as something I dealt with yesterday, where they do that presidential debate. By then, the external debt had be 1.6 billion. And President Bio, by then as opposition leader or flag bearer for the SLPP, tell we say, if the country gets an external debt of 1.6 billion, that shows you we not get any reserve. So we be agree with that because you know practical for you get debt. You just get debt no more. That's then you get money where you keep. You say I still get reserve. Not practical. Now let me look at now. Now we get over 2.something billion external debt. Do ya? From what Madam you say, you think say we get reserve?
Well, I don't think say we might have some money as because it's not possible for let the cake to dry to an extent. Say it is dry so totally.
This now based on what Intel we, for example, say yes. If we get 1.6, that means we will not get reserve.
Yes. So what I know is that we reserve what we get at the Bank of Sierra Leone gold. Gold. That gold there, it don't disappear.
Within those time when we talk about so.
Well, I don't know exactly who said the gold disappear. Because the reserve we get now the quantum, the value of gold every day as liquid cash. Now be gold, now be the reserve. Now huge amount of money that has disappeared. For what you mean, no. He said, for me,
you actually talk sensitive something, but the line don't only small bit. You get me?
Yes,
Yes,
I get you.
please.
Yes, I get you.
Go ahead.
So that's the point. So what I'm trying to say is that there should be more transparency in that. One will know exactly what is there as our reserve. Because you and me cannot sit and just say, now this reserve that we get. We have to be told. And most time, what they tell we have truth. They have truth. But we have to go by it because we not get no information given to us by the government. We can only swallow it, hook, line, and sinker. So for me, because I remember when President Bio came, when they come, they said they don't meet nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They said they don't meet nothing at the reserve. That again was not true. It was a lie. As far as me know, it was a lie. Because the money where they pull for go buy them, jeep them for the ministers them. The Bank of Salon, I put their money there. So I go say that the kitty was empty. The kitty can never be empty. That I know. That the thing, we don't know how much is there. And with debt that they increase exponentially. And it is going to affect our development as a nation for the past 20, 30 years. So at the end of the day, Salon go always there, who's would they so? Because according to the minister of when J. Sava was the minister, they be say, I know say even now that they pay, every month that they pay some money, every month that they pay some money when they go towards loan repayment. Because the condition, it is conditional that you have to pay. Now what I read now is that because of the global economic crisis right now, the Ukraine war and other factors them, countries like Salon, they beg for debt relief, so they will be forgiven of all their debts. It don't happen before. You see? But
Most times,
for me,
most times, waiting like in na debt relief. You know,
yeah,
where
yes.
they can say, okay, because of this crisis, yeah,
we don't sorry for now.
yeah, we not pay it. But that don't mean say they no get for PMO. Then they just suspend and no more force, and later they say we not pay.
Well, sometimes they waive off completely.
But then they again get
Yes,
for
I know.
a cost.
No, if when I say debt relief, you're right. Now two way. Like it's okay. Well, we like suspend payment first. The other way, like it's okay. This one we don't wipe her off.
Yeah, even when they say they
We
wipe
don't
am,
off.
nothing goes for nothing. We wipe them off, but we get interest in something.
I know. You're right. You're right, of course. So those institutions, the way they give money, they are there to administrate our poverty. So we're not going to ever go beyond some of this right now. We can never move from a developing nation to a developed nation. We will always be a developing nation. And even when you are classified as a developing nation, there are rates. Yes, you see, man. For example, they will say, "Oh,
like you now, all of them things that you know them. You know, just like Marabio when he been there in opposition. No say the country will take too much debt and the need for move away from that. But
exactly
now that he don't take over, he don't take debt pass.
But that's the point. When the outside, because mind you, when the man have been the campaign, they say 6 months. They say 6 months. They say 6 months enough. They say about 6 months too much for taking care of the problem of Salon. But when they kind of power now, then they can see the enormity of Salon problem. When I be on the way, don't take 3 years in office. Now you say, now he don't understand the problem of Sierra Leone. After spending 3 years in office, I mean, no. Come on. They gave us 6 months. They said we finish 6 months. Then they change Salon. They will address all the issues. But even under APC, Afakanu, he said they're going to make Salon to another Singapore. Now Afakanu is the spokesman of the current president. Can you imagine that?
And now in this same person, they tell we now say under this government, the country could transform. People their lives could better. You know,
Can you imagine?
now I mean this same person. This now we get now the thing where you talk just now about Marabio not actually care about the country, about success, about result.
Yes, exactly.
Alpha Khan have been the people them this way, them we don't point finger up and say them corrupt, aggregate and other things them, they don't actually rep the country. But how comes this same Alpha Khan were very much corrupt will be the spokesperson for this president?
Yes, he's not only a spokesperson, he's also the resident minister for Northwest.
Yes.
So he's holding two portfolios. Resident minister Northwest, when a convenient position, you give me the slip to my money, you are still the resident minister, and now you are spokesman of the president. Can you imagine? I can't imagine how serious this president can be. I can't imagine.
But then say it not mean say if it be done bad, it not go change.
No, it's not. Alpha Kanu has nothing to give to Salon. He has nothing. He has outlived his usefulness. He's a spent force, as far as I am concerned. If we talk about moving Salon, for Musa Edesobra, not a man like Alpha Kanu the type. Not to the type. Not to the type. Not to the type, boy. You see? Not to the type. So it takes seriousness. And the president has to demonstrate seriousness. And one way he can demonstrate seriousness, that the people already around you. If you go take Alpha Kanu, you go make a presidential spokesman. It means you are not it means you are not serious enough. You are not serious enough.
I remember them they actually call the last government officials them Anyampi thief man. But 3 years, Marabio say anybody when he work for him, when he employ, you know they call them thieves. You remember that now they been to money conference?
I remember, of course, I remember.
So that just don't show he say when Alpha can be the work for the last government, he have been thieves. He have been thief man, but now he not a thief man.
Yes, that's it. So now make you leader. You leader, take and talk. You leader, you never just talk loosely. Look like when that thing happened at Freetown and that part there. Where it come? He said they want to terrorist them. You leader, if you take and talk, you never talk loosely. So President Biodo make beaucoup loose statements. Where at the end of the day, those statements come back to him. You see? So don't make it loose statement as leader. It determine the type of leadership qualities where you get. So that's the point.
All right, I want to tell you plenty. Thank you for joining me inside the program today. No way, no day will ever you forget your analysis them inside the program. You know, like I say, I will continue for the learning. I will continue for the sorry. I want to ask you this question, and the answer you give me, I go all on to hand because I prepare for an interview. If you for ask question to Logos Kuruma, we want to become the leader or the chairman for APC, you know, what do you ask him?
I will ask her one question. Why do you want to be chairman and leader and you think you are well suited for that position? That is what I will ask him. Why do you want to be chairman? Why do you want to be? Because by mind you, they be done separate the chairman and leader. Now you get the chairman, then the flag bearer. Now they be the leader. So he's going for the chairmanship. So why do you want to be the chairman? And what makes you think you are well suited for the position?
And waiting give cause to that particular question there. Is it that something the way you think say for make and not be?
He has a bad reputation.
Of?
Yeah, he has a very bad reputation. He doesn't have a clean character. He's one of those where the COI don't say, be the misuse estate funds, amass a lot of wealth. In fact, is in property there, about 3 of the property them, they then not the line of those that have been seized by the state. So they come in there with such a stern character. For going to be chairman what will he say to the public? What message will he say to the public when you are already painted as being dirty? What message do you have for the public? What message? What message can you say? What can you say about the current government in terms of the mismanagement? What can you say about that? Because, you know, you should have the audacity to talk. You should have the audacity to question somebody else. They say, put the trading at your eye. Before you go put the trading at the other man in your eye. If you are already classified as dirty, what can you say about somebody else who is dirty? They say, oh, he enough kind of a smell. He should shut up. He's not the person where it's a shame to the APC that such a man even come forward for a big chairman. It's a shame.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Welcome, sir.
In name of Theophilos Sir Benda, we actually join me inside the program today. Follow me talk about different things then we come out of the newspaper then. Well, I just like the end part of what he talk about. Thank you very much. I will continue for the always learn from how fearless and how critical you be with regards, different issues that you know they look face. You don't care with that at the first thing. Thank you very much. And I think so you don't revitalize me for today. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you to the producer of this program, Elias Abba. We don't produce the program, and I always don't they provide guests for this program, and don't they put things them in place. Thanks to you, we don't come and watch, you we don't share, and you we don't like. Until we meet again, my name is Nasimbe, the Freedom Fighter. God bless you, country Sierra Leone.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujem, from Kono to Freetown, and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kedima and from Thailand to Potloko. The people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
When you listen to people who want to rule a country without clear understanding of how the country's economy works, what the sectors are important for the economy, what policies are necessary to improve on the economy.
Because you're not going to know where they're outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you manifesto things that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle